the old model, and we'll talk a little bit later about the old model, but if we want this to continue to be reinforced, if we don't want data to be a chore anymore, if we want people to get very excited about participating in this data culture that we're creating in our nonprofits so that we can be more successful and serve more people and achieve the social change we desire in this world, then we'll need to use that data that we're asking people to collect and reinforce a data-focused culture, because there is nothing worse that will kill morale, kill data compliance than what I used to call like a black box, where you force line staff, whether it's they put data into some system or they fill out some spreadsheets, or let's hope not no longer just physical pieces of paper, but we know that that still happens in the sector. They give this information to someone somewhere and they never see it again or hear about it again, because to them it's just busy work and they don't understand it's something they have to do. But if you can reinforce a data-driven culture, now people understand why it's so important and they can get excited about it. So once you have this information, you need a way. I mean, yes, we're talking about grant funding, but when you do this internally with your organization, when you get that grant application, you don't even think about it. It's just like, oh, this is what we always do. I'm just going to answer these questions and submit my grant application. But you're going to look at this data with your team, with your program team. It's not just a grant writer's function, right? It's about creating this culture and asking yourselves, when you start to look at the relationship between activities and outcomes and results, are we achieving what we want to achieve? Our last month's webinar, some of you might have had the opportunity to watch. If not, you should go online and listen to it. We had the COO of Frontline Response talking about how their organization had to make some really hard decisions and choices when looking at their data about some of the activities that they were doing were not producing the results that they desired to have. And they had to make some hard decisions of, we're going to no longer do this. Instead, we're going to modify our program design and do this because this will lead to greater outcomes. And that's how you reinforce this data-driven culture, is by looking at the data and asking ourselves, are we accomplishing what we wanted to set out? Can we tell that there's a change in lives and circumstances through this data? And if not, what improvements can we make? And then make those improvements, but you're going to continue to measure them. And so you can have a much stronger, smarter, successful organization.